Ahoy there. Today on the Red Sea, Reddit. What's the harshest thing you have heard a child say, with complete obliviousness to how harsh it is? When I was a kid, 11, my father was hospitalized with cancer. I was at a friend's house, playing video games. His little brother, about 5 at the time, asked, "Why are you happy right now? Your dad is gonna die." That was not a happy day. My daughter was around 5 and was oblivious to the adult themes of Spaceballs. She loved the movie for all of its wackiness. When all of the extended family got together once, she decided it would be a good time to be funny. Assholes. I'm surrounded by assholes. We were taking group photos. Me, my husband and his 2 kids. We all posed for a few. Then my 8-year-old stepson says, "Okay, now let's take some with just the family." Ouch. "Mommy, you used to be so beautiful. ... What happened?" In response to looking at a high school senior portrait, I told my mother something similar. When I was little, we were eating out somewhere and she took me to the bathroom. While she was looking in the mirror, I said, "Mama, why is that other woman so much beautifuler than you?" Referring to our waitress. My mother looked so sad, and years later I realized what an asshole I was. And now reading this I'm reminded again. I'm sorry, Mom. I heard a toddler in a store ask, "Mommy, why are you so fat?" I pretended not to hear and quickly walked away. My mom told me I did this when I was younger. Apparently I went up to my grandma when I was about 4 and said, "Wow Mima, you have got a big fat tummy." I think I meant it as a compliment at the time. I heard a little kid yell at a man in a store once too, "Mommy look, it's Michael Jordan." It was not Michael Jordan. Along the same lines ... I had my 18-month-old daughter in a store with a lot of black people and she started making monkey noises. Once I figured out what she was doing, I scooped her up and ran out of the store. Apparently, when I was little I walked up to a friend of my mother's and said, "Ma, you're looking fat today," in a nonchalant voice. I did something similar. My mother was putting on makeup once when I was a tyke. I asked her what she was doing. She said she was making herself look beautiful. My response, "It's not working." My gran took my cousin to the shop when she was a lot younger. My cousin had previously asked our gran why she did not wear trousers, and my gran said that it was because she was too fat. My cousin pointed at a woman larger than my gran in the shop and said loudly, "Granny, that lady's wearing trousers and she's much fatter than you." Standing in line at Best Buy on Christmas Eve, my then 4-year-old cousin tapped the very large black man with a full grill in front of us, put her hands on her hips, and said, "Man, I do not know what is up with your teeth, but I think I like it." Used to work as a cashier at a pharmacy. Little girl comes up and says, "What's wrong with your face? You look like a monster, born with cleft lip and palate. You should tell kids that you're half cat." "Mom, come give me a hug." 3-year-old child, "No, Mom, AWW, if you do not give me a hug I'm going to cry." Child, "Cry a little bit then." My 5-year-old daughter asked how our pregnant neighbor's baby was going to get out, and I gave her a brief, but factual, explanation. She was surprised that something so big could pop out of some place so small, and I confirmed her suspicion that childbirth, including hers, was painful. She shook her head sympathetically and said, "Well, it's too bad babies do not come out your butt, because yours is so big it will not hurt at all." I used to tell my grandmother she should stay fat because I will not like a skinny grandmama. My mom says that when I was little, my dad asked me, "Isn't not your mom the prettiest mom in the whole world?" And I replied, "No, but I love her anyway." Child to aunt, who is a smoker, "You have pirate teeth." The aunt bursted out in tears. "Daddy, you're not my friend. Mommy is my friend." A friend of mine went out for the night and leaving their daughter with just dad. The little girl was not having it. She only wanted her mother. Her dad told her that she could either hang out with him and have dinner or go to bed. She decided that if she went to bed and fell asleep, her mother would be there when she woke. So that's what she did. The dad did not know how to react to that. "You gon' die alone then?" From a 5-year-old, because I said I did not want kids. In grade 4, my slightly overweight teacher mentioned offhandedly that she went to the gym. One of my classmates piped up in an incredulous tone, "You go to the gym?" Silence from the teacher. So much awkward. My best friend's wife died a year ago from a brain aneurysm. Recently his 3-year-old daughter looked at both of us and said, "Daddy, I want to die so I can go see mommy." Overall, the saddest day of my life was at the hospital with him when he told all 3 of his children, all under 10, that their mom was dead. My ex-wife came from the backwoods of White Hickville, Florida Panhandle. She had to drive into the city to go to the DMV and took her 3-year-old son. He saw his first black person in town and announced loudly to the room, "Look mama, a chocolate man." She said the guy laughed it off and got down to his level to talk to him while they waited in line, but she was so mortified she could barely speak. I had finished showering my then 2-year-old son and had just finished my own shower. My son comes running up to and says excitedly, "Dad, I have a penis." I then responded, "Yes son, all boys have a penis. Dad has one just like you do." At which point he says, "No daddy, I have a big penis." I wrote about this before, but my daughter said he probably tripped over his vagina when her uncle asked why his son, her cousin, was crying. She had just learned the word and used it all the time. Does he have a baby inside him, too? My ex cheated on me. She made me sad. One of my sons went up to her weeks later when she was dropping off their half-brother and said straight to her, "Have you said sorry to daddy yet? My little boys totally have my back." Mommy, why do not play with me or buy me as much toys as other parents do? Might seem like a little, but I was a struggling single mother who did everything to put a smile on my son's face. Seeing his face when he said that really put a knife through my heart. When I was 9, I told my Jewish grandfather that the fact that he did not celebrate Christmas was why Hitler wanted to kill him. Mommy, your mustache is almost as big as daddy's. Yeah, once when I was babysitting, the girl asked why I had hair in my nose. I told her that's what happens if you do not go to bed on time. I saw a young kid ask a soldier, "Why are not you normal? Why do you have robot arms?" He was a double amputee. Kid did not mean it in a bad way, but the soldier was fresh out of the hospital and still not adjusted well. Very awkward and sad. Soldier did not hold it against the kid. I honestly hope the kid does not remember. If I grew up later and realized what I said, I'd feel a huge need to somehow apologize to that guy. My cousin was about 3 when an overweight woman sat down near him in a train. He then asked loudly, "Mommy, why does that woman stink so bad?" My cousins and I were taking a walk around the neighborhood while playing the car points game. You get more or less points for different types of cars you spot. Their version included a lot of things other than cars, including runners. I argued that runners were not worth points, and that it was not fair. This prompted my cousin to shout out, "Hey you, runner, you're worthless." I then continued the shout, "Yeah, even that car over there is worth something, but you're not. You're just a human. You have no worth." The runner stopped and stared at us in a scared manner. I believe he thought we were a much more existential lot than we were. I used to babysit 3 kids 2 years ago. There was one named Chase that would scream at the top of his lungs and then squint his eyes and ever so calmly say, "I'm gonna cut you ... He was 3. When I was 4, I told my granny she looked like Jabba the Hutt. When my brother, he was about 7 at the time, met my great uncle, a WWII hero who lost his arm in battle when a grenade exploded nearby, he said, "Can I ask you something? Why did not you duck?" My great uncle laughed pretty hard and spent the rest of the day playing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures with us. Walking along with my little brother, 5, and we saw a woman wearing a burqa. We were several feet in front of her, easily within hearing distance, and my brother exclaims, "Look, a ninja." "I like mummy more than you." Heard a child say that to her dad in a park. I know a lot of kids have a stronger bond with their mother, but that would have crushed me. Conversation between some 8-year-old in my in-law family and her grandma. A few weeks after her grandfather died. "Grandma, it's raining so hard it looks like heaven is open." 8-yo, "If heaven is open ... can granddaddy fall down from there?" "Grandma, he would not fall. He is just a weightless spirit now." 8-yo, "I do not think he is weightless. It took 6 people to carry the coffin." I went to pick up my daughter from my in-laws and my daughter turned to me and said, "Mommy, I want you to leave right now. I do not want you. I want you to leave without me." Killed me. I used to live in an apartment complex, and one day I was walking to the parking lot and this kid, about 2-3 years old, was yelling down at me from a 3rd-story balcony. I'd never seen this kid before. Kit, hey dot, hey dot, hey you, me, hey, what's up, buddy, Kit, I do not love you, hey, I do not love you, me, dot, okay, I do not love you either. What an asshole thing to say to somebody. Me age 4. Dad, I want not to be just like you when I grow up. Dad and mum together. AWW, that's very sweet comrade. Me. Yeah, cause mum does not do anything. Stay at home mum. Apparently my dad removed me from the room very quickly before my mother could explode. Mother and little boy. 5 or 6. Walking in the parking lot towards a liquor store with him pulling her and crying. Mommy. No. No. You do not need any alcohol. Do not be so quick to judge. My dad used to take me on errands all the time and I hated it. Whenever we had to stop by the liquor store to pick up wine as a gift or something, I would make a huge fuss just to make him look bad. Sweet revenge. If you are reading this, you made it until the end of the video. There is no more after this. Click the thumbs up button since you made it until the end. On screen there should be some more videos similar to this. So either go do something else or watch another video. That's it. I do not know why you are still here. What are you waiting for, a secret message or something? The message is subscribers enjoy 2 great Reddit videos every day. Yeah, right, no, I know. What are you expecting though? This is a YouTube channel.